Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. It's so greatly appreciated. It truly, truly is. First, let me give my usual disclaimer. Please do not take what I say as fact. Please always do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Next, if you have not liked, subscribed, or commented yet, please consider doing so. It really helps me out and I would really, really appreciate it. Just remember to keep it classy in the comment section. Next, I have been blessed enough to be chosen as one of the channels to have super thanks added. YouTube has a new feature that allows you to show gratitude and support by purchasing a super thanks for me. You will get a animated GIF with the purchase as a special bonus, along with a distinct and colorful comment to highlight your purchase. Okay. Please do not feel obligated to purchase one of these. I just wanted to put it out there for you guys because I am super excited about it. But in all honesty, the fact that you are here and watching my videos means everything to me. It truly, truly does. I love you all and I love your support. Okay, and with that, let's get started. 26-year-old mother of two, Erica Crippen Crosby, appeared to have it all. She was absolutely beautiful, stunning. Not only that, she was smart, hardworking, and an excellent mom. She was a home health aide for hospice while going to school to become a doctor. Like brains and beauty would describe this girl perfectly. Erica's mom actually died when she was 13, so she ended up being raised by her two aunts who loved her and treated her as if she was their own. Erica also loved social media, and she would post from the time she woke up to the time that she went to bed. She was described as hardworking, extremely funny, and a jokester. She loved to play practical jokes. She dated the father of her first child for many years before they decided to call it quits. She would then end up reconnecting with a boy named Kyle that she went to Timberlake Regional High School in Camden, New Jersey with. They would end up reconnecting on social media and have an instant connection. In April of 2014, Erica would announce on Facebook that her and Kyle had gotten married. Friends would say that they saw an instant connection between Kyle and Erica, and they would call their relationship a Cinderella story. Her family loved Kyle as well, and they welcomed him with open arms almost immediately. Like, they loved him. But behind closed doors, things were much different. Okay, this is where I need to give you a trigger warning that there is DV discussed in this video. So, if you believe that that is going to be too much for you, please click off. Please take care of yourself and come back for another video. Okay, if you're still here. There was DV in this relationship. Erica was controlled by Kyle. He had a past criminal record and he had a drug addiction. In May of 2014, Erica would announce on Facebook that Kyle and her were pregnant with twins. Sadly, only one of these twins would end up surviving, and in their eyes, this would become their miracle baby. Understandably. In June of 2014, Erica would announce on Facebook that her and Kyle were moving to Mount Laurel. Police were called repeatedly for domestic disturbances, but Erica never chose to place charges. She instead decided to put Kyle into rehab. I I guess thinking that maybe the addiction played a role with the DV. Family hoped that it was growing pains, but sadly, they were very much mistaken. I actually went and looked at Erica's Facebook page, and there is post after post after post after post about how much she loved this man. She truly, truly loved him, and she truly had his back. She was in his corner. So it's so devastating that he does what he does. December 30th, 2014. They had a great night out together. They would go to a local restaurant called PJ Wheelhands in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And it is said that they looked very happy and very much in love that evening. December 31st, 2014. Kyle calls Erica's aunt to ask her to babysit. She finds it strange because, again, Erica was an amazing mom. So it was completely out of the norm for her to leave her children on New Year's Eve. After expressing her concerns, Kyle tells her that he's chosen to spend the night home with the kids and that Erica was going to go out with her girlfriends. Kyle would then call her aunt several times after this to inform the aunt that he was unable to get in touch with her, that he was continuously calling her and she was not responding to him. The entire week following this, nobody in Erica's family heard from her other than through text messages. So this is, again, extremely uncommon for Erica. It was also concerning to the family the way that the text messages were being written, because it's not the way that Erica wrote or spoke. This is a hospice aide that's studying to become a doctor. So when the family is getting text messages from her that include like slang writing, I don't believe that it's far-fetched for the family to say, this is not Erica. Erica wouldn't write like this. This was an extremely educated woman. It wasn't until Erica's 7-year-old daughter, Amira, wasn't picked up from school on January 7th, 2015, that the family knew something was terribly wrong. When police were notified, they go over to investigate, and they find Kyle at the home, alone, with their 3-month-old, fully clothed, in a soiled diaper, sitting in the bathtub. Meanwhile, let me preface, but let me say that the school called Erica's aunt to tell them that Amira wasn't picked up, and Amira's family are the ones that went to police. Police say that when they got to the home was trashed. There was broken glass everywhere. There was fast food on the table, and the baby swing was in the corner, bent and broken. Kyle's answers about Erica's whereabouts would change. Officers would also become concerned that Kyle didn't report his wife missing when she's been missing for 8 days. It was Erica's family, like I said, that demanded the police look into her whereabouts after she failed to pick up the baby from school. Within 24 hours of the series of events, police decided to treat her disappearance as a possible homicide rather than a mother that decided to up and leave her life and her family, like, we've seen so many times before. So kudos to the Mount Laurel Police Department for literally jumping on it immediately after becoming aware of the situation. Erica's family would begin searching for her every single day. And if you've ever visited New Jersey in January, then you know that it is cold in New Jersey. And at times it can get unbearably cold. So this was not easy. And they were doing this every single day. Her best friend actually says in a interview that she quit her job to dedicate her time to searching for Erica. I mean, this girl was so loved. Police did go to arrest Kyle on child endangerment charges, but he was on the run by then. I don't know why I don't know why he wasn't arrested at the house that day. But if I had to guess, I would say because they were waiting for an arrest warrant, and then by the time they got one, he knew that, they were probably coming for him. He was already onto their game, and he was gone. Police would immediately put out a bolo or be on the lookout for Kyle and Erica's car. It would later come out that Kyle went to Camden, New Jersey to pick up drugs. And while there, he also picked up a female and brought her back to the home. The female would later tell police that Kyle told her that she can go through Erica's things and to feel free to take anything that she wanted. That's kind of strange that you would tell a random female to take anything that she wanted that belonged to your wife when your wife, for what if your wife came back? Why would you do something like that, Kyle? Police would eventually find Kyle, pull him over, and arrest him. But he would not go down easy. And when they open the trunk of the car, they discover why. Inside the trunk, they find a shovel, duct tape, a bag of cement, and a receipt from a Home Depot that actually shows Kyle purchasing these items on surveillance video. So that sucks for him. And even though police had not found Erica yet, they had enough circumstantial evidence to arrest him and charge him with murder. They also believe that Kyle's mother, Jo, played a role in whatever happened to Erica. After they find communications between the two on December 31st, 2014, that insinuated that Jo went over to Kyle and Erica's home at 7 a.m. to watch the kids while Kyle ran errands. They were also able to retrieve text messages between Jo and Kyle, several of which Jo had deleted. But, again, not that smart. Jo writes in one of the messages, "Please do not touch her in any way or form." 13 minutes later, Kyle replies that he is not that stupid. But, unfortunately for him and for his mother, they are that stupid. Jo was arrested and she was actually charged with hindering apprehension and tampering with physical evidence. So, months would pass. And then the case would eventually be blown wide open due to a GPS system found in Erica's car. How crazy is that? Literally, like, a GPS system is going to help solve this. Okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Okay. But it wouldn't be easy because police would have to sift through 8,500 stops that were made in Erica's car following the days after she disappeared. They were fortunately able to narrow down the search by focusing on an extended period of time that was spent in Maryland, with officers knowing that there was really no good reason for Kyle to be spending an extended period of time in a rural area of Maryland in the dead of winter. They focused their attention there. 50 yards off the highway, and 2 months later, police would find a body that was bound with electrical cords under a pile of branches. It was Erica. She was hog-tied, her mouth and nose were duct taped, and she had been strangled. Kyle never exactly says what happened that night, but police believe that he was on something and that they got into an argument. If I had to guess, completely my speculation, just from learning about the type of person Erica was, I would guess that the argument probably centered around his addiction and the danger that the children were being put into as a result of it. Kyle does admit to his actions and he takes a plea deal for 31 years in jail. And he will be eligible for parole when he's in his mid-50s. Understandably, Erica's family is furious about this, and I don't blame them. I don't think that that's justice. I just don't. I think that he deserved so much more time. Along with this, as part of the plea deal, the charges against his mother are dropped. I mean, are you kidding me? This is where the justice system fails people. He does apologize to her family at his sentencing.
One day you will find that your hearts forgive me. I ask God to forgive me.
I tend to wonder if that apology is because he's truly sorry for what he did, or if he's sorry that he got caught. Erica's older daughter went to live with her biological father, and Erica's aunt, the one that raised her, she adopted the baby. The worst part about this whole thing is that not only do these two sisters now no longer live together, I don't really know much about the father of Amira. I would assume that he is going to let the sisters see each other. But regardless, they're not living together anymore is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's going to keep them apart in any way, shape, or form. I'm saying that they no longer live together. And they have to grow up without their mother. Their mother that loved them more than life itself. Their mother that would literally jump in front of a train for them. They are also victims in this twisted case. Obviously, Erica is a victim, but these babies are also victims. This has probably changed them forever. They're never going to be the same. And it's tragic. It's a tragedy. Lastly, it was Erica's wish that if anything ever happened to her, she wanted to be cremated and she wanted her ashes to be put into lockets for her babies to wear around their necks. She told this to her aunt. So it makes you wonder, did she express this to her aunt like in a conversation? You know, sometimes families have conversations like that. Oh, if I ever die, I want this. Or did she express this to her aunt because she was secretly fearful that her husband was capable of taking her life? I guess we'll never know. But if you guys are still here, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so, so, so very much. I truly, truly do. If you have case suggestions, please email me, harding527@yahoo.com. As long as the information is on my site, I'm really, really good about covering your cases for you guys. Next, if you have not liked, subscribed, or commented, and you feel so inclined to, please do so. It really helps me out, and it would mean so very much to me. And until next time, please be safe out there, and I love all of you.